Welcome back to Bridge the Gap Engineer. If you are preparing your ECSA registration application as a technician, this video is exactly what you need. Today we will be looking at understanding the training and experience report, a crucial part of your professional registration process. Just a disclaimer, this presentation is not on behalf of ECSA. It is a presentation based on my knowledge, experience, and research of the registration process. Our goal today is to help you understand the detailed application requirements step by step. In terms of our presentation today, it should be a step-by-step explanation of the application document needed, tips on how to fill out the application form, common mistake to avoid in the application, where to get professional help if needed, step-by-step explanation of the application documents required. To complete your ECSA application, you need the following documents: the application form, which is obtainable from ECSA website, certified copies of qualification and transcript, detailed qualification information in terms of your academic record, completed training and experience report, which is numbered Form C2.1, and for those with more than 10 years of experience will have to complete Form C2.2, which is the training and experience outline. You also need to complete your engineering report, and you also need to complete your educational development report. And lastly, you'll have to submit your referee report together with your initial professional development report. Now, let's get into the heart of this video, the training and experience report, how to fill it correctly. The first part of the form consists of the general information, where you have to put your name as per your ID or your passport, residential address. You also have to include your employer's name and address. Now, completing the training and experience form, you have to select the discipline of engineering that you are reporting on. This could be civil, electrical, or mechanical. Example, if it's a civil engineering qualification that you have, you will enter civil engineering. Discipline specific, what to include here. Specify the particular field within the discipline you are working in. This could relate to specific type of project or industry. For example, transportation or roads. Organogram. In terms of the organogram, what to include? Attach an organogram showing your supervisor, co-workers, and those you supervised, including the name, position, qualification, and registration. Remember, 2 levels above you is required and 2 levels below you is also required. Remember, you are to describe your working experience in a narrative form. This section of the report forms the core of your application. Nature of training or experience. In 20 to 30 words, what to include? Briefly explain the type of experience and training you underwent during that specific period. Focus on key aspects of your role. For example, I gained experience in designing, managing road infrastructure projects, focusing on project planning, cost estimation as engagement. That is an example. Now, in terms of the nature of problem addressed, method of analysis, developing solutions, and evaluation, in 120 to 150 words. It is a guide. It's not meant to be exactly, but it's a guide to avoid the applicant from writing unnecessary information. What to include? This specific problem you encountered during the reporting period. Explain how you analyzed it and how you developed solution and evaluate the outcome. For example, during road rehabilitation project, we encountered unexpected subsoil condition leading to potential structural instability. That is an example of a problem that you encountered. During a road rehabilitation project, I encountered unexpected subsoil condition leading to a potential structural instability. Now, in terms of method of analysis, I conduct CAD analysis, consulting with experts, reviewing soil data. Based on my finding, I recommended a design of a subsoil drain. This solution was implemented, and subsequent evaluation showed an improvement and extension of the lifespan of the road. That is the method you followed and how we evaluated your solution. Interacting with clients, stakeholders, and other disciplines in 40 to 50 words. What is expected of the applicant? Explain how you interacted with clients, how you interacted with stakeholders, and how you interacted with other professionals, focusing on collaboration, communication, and coordination. That should be your focus. An example, I coordinated with the local authorities, environmental consultant, and communicated with representatives to ensure that project compliance and regulatory standards and address public concern effectively. So you are basically outlining the people that you communicated with and how you communicated with them. Describe the role and responsibility. What was your role within that specific period? What is expected of you? Summarize your role and responsibility. Be clear about what you did and the level of your involvement in terms of degree of responsibility. Here, I led the project team in the design, ensuring that all technical specifications are met, and provided detailed guidance on construction methodology. Example 2. Let's look at another example. Discipline of engineering. We spoke about it earlier. Let's assume again it's a civil engineering qualification you have. What specific discipline within civil engineering were you involved in? Water and sanitation, for example. Then you have to then include an organogram. Remember, I spoke about 2 levels above you and 2 levels below you. You need to show who were you reporting to and who was the person you were reporting to. And below you, did you have people reporting to you? If not, then do not show it. If yes, show the people that were reporting to you. You are to describe your work as mentioned earlier in narrative form. This section of the report, as previously stated, forms the core of your application. For example, training and experience you obtained. Experience in managing construction of bulk sewer line, shower facilities, focusing on project execution, looking at the quality control and environmental compliance. That is the type of experience that you obtain. And then in terms of the problem that you addressed during this period. For example, during the construction of the bulk sewer line, we encountered an unstable soil condition that threatened the trench stability. I conducted a geotechnical assessment, which led to the recommendation of using trench boxes to ensure stability of the excavation. How you analyze the problem and how you develop solutions to the problem. This approach minimizes risk of collapse, ensuring the safety of the workforce. Additionally, I oversaw the installation of drop manhole to avoid steep gradient, thereby increasing the velocity of the flow. This project was completed successfully, with the sewer line performing sufficiently subsequently during the testing of hydraulics. Now, how did you interact with clients, stakeholders, other disciplines? I coordinated with local authorities, environmental consultants, and the community to ensure that the project meets the regulatory standards and address any concerns related to the construction of whatever project it's with the community. Then lastly, Describe your role and responsibility. For this project, as an example, I managed the on-site construction activity, including the supervision of trench excavation, pipe laying, the construction of communal showers, ensuring all work adhered to the design specification and safety standards. Common mistake to avoid in the application. Lack of specificity. Some of the mistakes that applicants make is they provide vague description of their experience, responsibility, and the project. Be specific about your role, the challenges you faced, the solutions you implemented, the solutions you developed, and the method of implementation, and what was the outcome of your action. Use concrete evidence and quantify your contribution where possible. Another common mistake, insufficient details in problem solving. Some of the mistake is failing to clearly describe the problem you encountered and how you solved it. Here's a tip to avoid. Ensure that you thoroughly explain the nature of the problem, your analytical approach, the solutions you develop, and the evaluation of those solutions. Show your engineering thought process and decision-making skill. Overstating or understating your role. One of the mistakes is either exaggerating your role in a project or downplaying your contribution. A tip: you need to be honest and accurate about your level of responsibility. Clearly indicate what you did and the level of supervision you had. If you worked in a team, clearly specify individual contribution. Another pitfall or mistake is avoiding word limit. As I indicated earlier, the word limit is a guide. However, it doesn't necessarily mean that you should stick to the word limit. Exceeding the word limit can create a problem in terms of reviewing of your work. Adhere to the limit is very important for effective communication. And lastly, poor presentation. Submitting a poorly formatted report with spelling and grammatical error can result in failure of your application. Ensure that your report is well organized with clear heading and follow logical flow. Proofread thoroughly to avoid spelling and grammatical errors. Where can you find help? We at Bridge the Gap Engineer are available to assist those that are willing and ready to submit. We will guide them through the application process. We will review their work. We will ensure that we perform mock interview to create that confidence necessary for them to be able to succeed. You can reach us on this email at admin@btge.co.za, or you can reach us on our website as indicated on the screen. Thank you for watching. See you in our next video. Thank you.